It's the UPX podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, thank me later, and too stupid to win. Might become an obsession as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in icon again. Welcome to Upland. Grab your UPX, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin' in UPX. The name's Big Mars, aka Johnny Utah. Unique NFT 101, never seen before. Sitting atop my throne with Venus on Mount Olympus. Catch me up a terrace, guarantee it's never flipping. Went from plotting for lots to obsessing collections. Scouting the hottest districts and dope intersections. From SF to NY, all the way back again. Just to catch a show at the Red Door with Nichiren. Then head over to Clay Theater, see LeftHouse for the flicks. Or on Upland Action News, Alexa report and commit. Once we get cars rolling on these streets and we're dripping. All cruising the Embarcadero on some bikes that are ripping. But no limits on life, see no fear to be different. Chance to rebuild the world with the sky as the limit. Stopping by Saturn Street, it's real hard that I miss you. The name's Mars, Utah, call me Mr. Buena Vista. It's the UPX podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, thank me later, and too stupid to win. Might become an obsession as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in icon again. Welcome to Upland. Grab your UPX, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin' in UPX. Break the boundaries of the world and do it with impunity. Play, earn, connect, and do that ish beautifully. Stop and smell the breakfast, cruising on Bacon Street. Get educated on the Mound University. Districts large or small with diversity. Except for Alamo Square, especially on Steiner Street. The UPX economy developing our properties. Got some fun scavenger hunts with exclusive finders fees. And that just keeps reminding me of tone-to-tone NFTs popping like a lottery. You gotta get a look at these. It's guaranteed to get showcase bumping. Quarter in the market, yo, it's called Ronald Rumpin'. Go see my man Recurry around Upland Uncovered. For players new and old, there's information discovered. Be sure to join the Discord, FTML creature. I'm Jeff Bezos with the flows, man, it's been nice to meet you. It's the UPX podcast, baby. Glad you tuned in. Got your host, thank me later, and too stupid to win. Might become an obsession as soon as you begin. Start out king of the street, then lock in icon again. Welcome to Upland. Grab your UPX, man. On your way in the door, hit you with $4,000. Get to buying and gripping, then to selling and flipping. Over to moving and shucking. I'm Scrooge McDuckin' in UPX. Red Planet Industries, spreading across the Upland globe. Play, earn, connect, and save the drama for the llamas.
Good morning, good noon, and good night. You are watching the Upland Action News. Oh, yeah. Today is February 1st, the second month of the year 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, you just watched a version of McDuckin' in UPX by the great Mars, Utah. And something about robots tending to be a robot. I saw it in the thing, and I can't remember but they made the beats. I made the video. The NFT is out there. What's up, Upland? What's up, Metaverse? What's up, folks? My name is LeftHouse. It is a big day. There's a lot going on. As you see in the title of the show, we're going to talk about REITs with name is Jaden from Dairy. I'm going to talk REITs. And as you can see on the screen right behind me, well, up in the corner, there's my beautiful Blockhead Explorer that looks just like me, perfectly, beautifully. Next to that, the UCN letters. It says, no more Jankuary, Mars. You're right. I'm a member of the UCN. That stands for the Upland Contributors Network. It means I do not work for Upland. It means that I am a dedicated super nerd, bringing you the daily metaversal news, everything that is Upland, all things NFT, all things badass. That's what's happening. These are my own thoughts and my own expressions. So, Friday was the live AMA. They did a little Zoom live thing there, and then they, posted it here to the YouTube. And if you don't want to do the whole hour and 30 minutes, you come down into the description, and they have all the different segments of the the show broken down right here, all the different segments, finance, neighborhoods, infrastructure. So if you're looking for something specific, you can click right here. We were doing a hell of a show on Friday while the AMA was going on. I was trying to bounce from one computer to the next to report on. Stirs was reporting a little bit. We had the crypto monkeys. We dropped Metaverse news. So there's just a big, crazy heck of a day. And so I still need to get back into this and check out all these things. But if you're out there, hello, Franklin Hudgens. Franklin Hudgens, welcome to the Upland Action News. So if you guys checked out the AMA on Friday, or if you watched the video or whatnot, and you have things that you liked or things that you didn't like, go ahead and share them in the comments, share them in the chat room, because I'd like to talk about it. I'm going to check it out, and then we'll talk about it. So let's keep the show moving on here. Oh, connected to battery very low. Okay, so I have run into some very interesting battery issues here. But in the meantime, I had no idea, but Llamageddon, the rise of the llamas, had started today. Crazy, because I got caught with my pants down. I was down in not San Francisco. I was down in Fresno. And so I've just arrived, as you're seeing here in the background, arrived in San Francisco. And I guess it's time to start building. So probably, I don't know the rules yet, but I know I need to get something building here. So let's get something going, and then I'll read the rules here so I know what's going on. Catch me up to speed here on this round here. Okay, confirmed. Good job. Building construction underway. Beautiful. All right. So what's the deal here? New round, Sandbox Challenge, Detente, and Llamageddon. Now that Sandbox Championships is over, it is time to prepare for 2 Sandbox Challenges. But this came out January 20th. All right, so we did the first one. Where's the second one here? We're starting the second one. Llamageddon, the Rise of the Llamas. For this event, we also want to introduce a core concept that will be a feature of property development. Parallel the leasing of Spark from the community pool, for development, players will be able to spend UPX to speed up the construction of their structures. Oh, yes, that's right. This is the rich man's round. I can build, you can add UPX, yeah, all that stuff. All right, so that's what's happening in Llamageddon, the Rise of the Llamas, ladies and gentlemen. And my special guest is now in the building here, so I'm going to bring him in to the chat room here, and we're going to talk about REITs. We're going to talk about REITs, folks. We're going to talk about the Usf Reit. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Jaden here.
Hello.
How are you, Jaden?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. I see you're a Canadian.
I am. Yeah, you can tell.
Rock and roll, yes. Shining the flag. Beautiful. So, man, this is a heck of an idea here. Now, let me just tell you how it came to me. I just got a message from one of the Dog Patch crew saying, hey, there's some shares here in this thing. I never heard of a REIT before. And I just said, sounds great. Sign me up, So I didn't even know what I was signing up for. If I did, I would have jumped in harder for sure. But so I've done a little bit of research and on these REITs. But do you want to? First of all, tell us a little bit about you. I have known nothing more about you than this project. How long you been in Upland and all that?
Sure, yeah. I think I've been playing Upland about 3 months off and on a little bit, but keeping up with the properties, everything like that.
Yeah.
I joined.
How'd you find it?
I think it was a Brave ad, actually. I used the Brave browser, so
nice. I
think that's how I found it. Yeah, I've joined up with Dog Patch through the name of them, the battles, the neighborhood battles.
Yeah,
that's how I got kind of really engaged with it. Yeah, and then I had the idea for the REIT, and here we are.
Yeah, so I explain how this works. Like so you have 1,000 shares.
Yeah, so basically a share represents a piece of ownership. It's 0.1% ownership. And it's of my entire portfolio. So whatever properties I own on my personal account, Dairyttv, by investing in and buying a share, you're basically becoming a partial owner in my portfolio.
That's right. Yeah, and
And
I got 2 shares, and I got actual NFTs on the Wax from the Wax blockchain, right?
yes, yeah,
And so these are 2 shares that I can actually sell. These are the actual official shares, right? And I can do whatever
yes,
I want with them. I could sell them to somebody else or
yep,
whatnot.
yeah. You can sell them for fiat. You can sell them for UPX. You can whatever you want for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
But yeah, so essentially owning a share will get you a dividend at the end of the month, and that just depends on how much the portfolio makes, either through sale of properties or through monthly income.
Okay, yeah. So that's very cool. So like if you sell a property everybody who has shares will get a piece of that. And
Yeah,
so okay, let's talk about how you started rolling this out. Like are you public yet with this? Or are you still in your pre-sale rounds?
yeah. So it's public now. We've released 50 shares to the public. They're selling for 15,000 UPX right now.
Okay.
If you got in on it while it was kind of private, just a few people to test out the idea, you would have got it between 1,000 UPX and about 7,000 UPX. So anyone who got in on there has already, on paper at least, made back their money and then some on shares.
Right. And you have an advisory board member, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we have Thank Me Later and Mars Utah have been a part of that. We're building it up. We're getting a rule list set. So basically I can't just like one day decide like, oh, I want to spend $1 million on this one property. I have to get approval from Mars Utah and Thank Me Later in order to buy anything above 500,000, or I have to get approval from one of them in order to buy anything above 100,000.
And that's because they have a certain amount, enough shares to have like a say.
Exactly. Yeah, it's in their best interest to make sure that we're buying the best properties because that means they make more money.
That's crazy. So have you done something like this before in the real world, or like are you just like
No.
yeah.
So I learned about real world REITs through just my personal investment portfolio. And I was like, well, I could do this in Upland. Like it's a great way that you can diversify your portfolio instead of spending 15,000 on a property in Little Hollywood, for example.
Yeah.
You can spend 15,000 and you get a part of 15 properties. I think we have in Little Hollywood, as well as all the properties we have in San Francisco and properties in New York.
Yeah.
So
It's so crazy. It's a brilliant idea.
thank you.
Yeah, and it seems like a lot of people have responded to it so far. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been very positive. My portfolio before the start of this all was at around 560,000, and now I'm at 1.9 million UPX. So it's and that's in 2 days. So
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And so, what's the future? How does this grow, or this is kind of it, or is there's plans down the line?
there's more growth. So
Okay.
we are releasing the 50 shares at the moment. That will get us 750,000 UPX to be able to invest into more areas, whether that's getting more collections so that the shareholders can receive their collection money. One of our other plans that we'll be doing is we'll be looking for neighborhoods that are close to selling out or have just recently sold out. And then we'll look to make sure that the people that own a majority of properties in there are looking to really develop that area and get it going, because then we can kind of expand our influence that way. So we'll be holding hopefully a couple 100,000 in UPX at any point in case we want to buy into a neighborhood at a larger scale to kind of show our influence there.
Right. And so going forward, as things get added to like businesses and this and that, like, are you going to sort of revise the plan as things come out? And then like the committee, like Mars and Thank Me Later, will be involved in making some of those decisions on how things are allocated and divided and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So what we'll be doing is basically we will be, oh, sorry, the Zoom just closed. We will be looking at other businesses that are coming in to potentially invest as a part to add to our portfolio. So it's not just property.
Nice.
We will be looking at different ways to fund other people in ways that could be profitable for both of us. And yeah, we're gonna, at the moment it's considered a REIT, but it might be later considered more of a hedge fund type idea.
Yeah.
It could expand into that, and that's just a matter of where the board and myself want to take it, where we see the most potential for profit.
Heck yeah, no, this is genius. Yeah, like, so where do you come from? Are you coming from the crypto side, or are you more of a gamer, or neither?
Both.
Both, okay,
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I got into crypto when I got my new PC because it had a 2060 on it. So I was like, okay, let's try out this mining thing, which got me into Brave, which then got me into Upland. So that's how I've been doing that. And I've just been working a lot on my personal finance recently. So it's kind of really, this is a good way to kind of have a type of simulation of a real estate market for whenever I eventually want to try and break into that market.
Right, gotcha. And are you looking at and purchasing land in other metaverses at the time, or at this moment, or not? Really?
Not at the moment, but it's definitely something that I'm open to looking into.
Yeah, gotcha. Very cool. What other crypto projects interest you at the moment?
Yeah, so a couple projects I've been looking at are Cody is a good one. Yeah. It's currently selling at about 6 cents. I'm looking at sort of growth penny crypto.
Yeah.
Area. E.83 is another one I'm looking at.
Yeah, I've heard of that one.
And I actually don't remember what I have. Shroom and G-Swap as well. Those are the
Shroom and G-Swap. What's that one?
So Shroom is basically the governance coin for G-Swap.
Okay.
And G-Swap is a way to transfer in-game items on the blockchain.
Okay.
That's how that one's supposed to work. Yeah.
Very cool. And what games are you looking at other than Upland?
At the moment, Upland's been my main thing. I'm trying to start a business in the real world, so Upland's good because it can be kind of passive while also being active when I want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
And do you find similarities in trying to start a real business and what you're dealing with this REIT in Upland or anything, or no?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a lot easier. I mean, the business I'm going into, I'm starting a marijuana store, so there's a lot of regulation.
Yeah, you are.
That I don't have to deal with. Yeah, but so I don't have to deal with that regulation in Upland. But it's been surprising how serious people have taken it, which is great. I'm not a complaint by any means.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, let's just try this fun little idea, and then like people were like, oh, I'm on board, and like started throwing UPX at it. So now I'm wanting to make sure like, oh, people are putting money towards this. Like I want to make sure that I'm like properly taking care of their UPX that they've given me.
Yeah, absolutely. Super cool. Sounds super fun too. You must be very excited that it's popping off and working the way that it is.
Yeah.
And so how many shares are left now at this point?
I actually have to do the math. I've been out all day, but I've been giving people some shares like while I've been out. So
gotcha. Well, God dang it, I'm gonna have to get some more. I have a feeling 2's not enough.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go up from 15,000. I think once people start seeing the benefit of this idea, and I mean it's the first time it's happened in Upland.
Right. Yeah.
So we have that big advantage where we can grow our portfolio more and more and more. So.
Super cool. What else is exciting you in the Upland space right now, or what's coming? Did you check out the roadmap and all that? Yeah,
so I'm excited for businesses. I think there's a lot that can go with that. I think Thank Me Later starting basically a stock exchange. We're the first company to kind of start following in suit with that.
Yeah.
So there will be more options similar to the REIT that people will be able to invest in from there.
Sick. This is exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't know that he was working on that. I'm gonna have to hit him up and hear more about that. That's super cool. Yeah. Are you gonna help him with that?
Yeah, I'm hoping to. It's definitely more his project, so I
Yeah.
don't want to step on his toes for that. But
Fair
as the first company there, we'll definitely be able to work together to figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Very cool. Well, man, this is awesome. I'm glad that you put this together. Thanks for coming on the show and sharing
Thanks
with
for
us.
having me.
And we'll have to have you come back and hear about the progression of it all. Like maybe we'll check in with you in a month or something like that. See if things are at.
Yeah. I think after the first dividend payouts go, that'll be a really good sign of absolutely everything else that we need to work on to make it as smooth as possible.
For sure. Well, let's then plan on having you back on in early March, and we'll have another chat about it.
Sounds good.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, yeah, we'll see you again.
Take care.
Awesome.
Not sure. I don't use Zoom enough.
I gotcha.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Jaden, that was amazing with his Reit, first of its kind. Glad I'm in. I've got to get in a little bit deeper, it seems like. And let's see if I've missed anything else other than the Llamageddon that's going on. Get out there and build. Roadmap AMA. Let's take a look at some of the NFT news that is going on right now. Crypto, art, and NFT scene primed to surge in 2021. Duh, we all sort of knew that. But this article here in BEINcrypto.com by Martin Young, and he breaks it down. He talks about why NFTs are going to go crazy. DeFi, that's a huge portion of why NFTs are going to go crazy, as we know. Big money into NFTs. CryptoKitties was first major hype-driven NFT frenzy that launched in 2017 and subsequently broke the Ethereum network temporarily. It has now been surpassed by NBA Supershot. So that's happened. Dapper and Flow, they've been going crazy. There's an article there if you want to get into it. I will put these links in the description below, as I always do. Over here on the Coin Telegraphy, digital art project sells out 10 million in NFTs in 4 days. 10 million. Early adopters have scooped up over 15,300 hash mask NFTs as one card has gone on sale for 97 ETH. 97 ETH. Hash Mask, a non-fungible token project, has raised over 7,600 ETH, about 10 million for the sale of more than 15,300 digital collectible cards. The owner of Hash Masks, number one, has sold his card named after former United States President Donald J. Trump for about 97 ETH, which amounts to over $126,000 at the current ETH price. So yeah, what the heck? He's going like crazy. Big old buckies. Hashmax is the latest project in the expanding NFT niche. Back in January, a rare CryptoPunk card sold for 605 Ethereum, about $750,000 at the time. According to the Hashmask listing on the OpenSea NFT market, the most expensive of the lot on sale is priced at over 900 ETH. If sold, it could become the most expensive NFT in the history of the market. So, I mean, yeah, they're blowing up. It's blowing up. And if you do not know what an NFT is or you don't know how they work and you're still confused about that, over here in business blockchainhq.com, what are NFTs and how do they work? Article breaks down the ins and outs and talks about the different projects. And so if you're still trying to figure out some information there, that's what you need to do. And ladies and gentlemen, this coming month we have the official Upland tours. And on the 11th of January, hosted by the Upland Knights, myself as well, LeftHouse, and my co-partner and host, life partner, Mars, Utah, will be hosting the official Upland movie tour. That's right, we're doing a movie tour this time. You complete the tour, you get Block Explorer. And if you get this Block Explorer, this one's going to be minted. They're going to have minted numbers. They're going to be NFTs. These might be the first NFT Block Explorers on the map. So you're not going to want to miss this one. We are going to be live on the Upland Action News on the 11th at some point during the day. I think it's evening time. Don't know if I have a set time yet. We're still discussing. I'll get that for you by tomorrow. And you can join us. There's going to be piñatas along the way. There's going to be prizes. We have some NFT gift bags. There's some properties that have been donated. I think there's still time for you to get yourself, if you have a property in, what is it, Chinatown or Alamo Square, come over to Upland Knights and you can drop in your different addresses here to get them on the tour, which means if you have a property on the tour, you know, you can make a few extra UPX. A lot of people stop through there, and everybody's going to want to stop through there this time because they're going to want to get that NFT Block Explorer. You see what I'm saying here? So, yeah, a lot going on the 11th. Big official Upland tour, so check it out. Join us. More information coming later in the week. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing, when I say we, I mean LeftHouse. And LeftHouse is not just a man. I'm not the only LeftHouse there is. There's a brother LeftHouse. There's a mother LeftHouse. There's a LeftHouse Recordings. There's a LeftHouse Films. It's a whole thing, right? And this coming Saturday, we will be doing a LeftHouse Radio 2-hour block, playing songs from our films, playing songs from the spanning history of LeftHouse, from hip hop renditions from the dark streets of Chicago to weirdo techno songs to all sorts of trivia and hoopla and surprises. It's going to be a surprise day. I'm trying to find the station we're going to be on somewhere down here. But there's big announcements coming from LeftHouse. And damn it, this is the name of the radio or the Discord. So I was going to save this. MSP Waves is the radio station. And it's run out of some weirdo Discord channel called Peace, Abundance, and Liberty. But it'll be here on a Saturday morning. More information to come. Just trying to put it in your heads right now. Give you the details later. I like to roll. And if you are on the Twitter bot, go ahead and like and subscribe and follow and share and do all that. Same thing if you are on the show where you're watching right now. If you're watching right now and you're not following, you should follow. Hit the bell, all that stuff. Nice to see my brother LeftHouse Crypto and Mars Utah and Dan Finkel and Nietzsche all in the chat room. Jones, of course, wonderful to see you there. I think some of these fellows are also part of the Reit fund, holding on to shares. Hopefully there's still shares left for me when I get off this episode. Okay, so, you know, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. We're going to have a great week. We're going to go buck wild and Llamageddon. And we're just going to have a great week, everybody. You have a great week. We will see you tomorrow. Good morning, good noon, and good night.